Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Scottish Disney Cars Collector YouTube channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new 2025 Thailand variant of Lightning McQueen with shovel. So this guy came out in case T this year. It's pretty much been in the USA for a couple of weeks now, but the UK has only just started to get it. It was a pure fluke getting the rest of this case actually. Also, I reviewed Graham a few weeks ago because he was the only KST car I ordered when Smiths had them available for home delivery. Kind of wish I ordered the rest, but hey, I've got them all now. But this case was not listed on the website at all, and you'll see this in the hunt when it comes out eventually. But it was not listed on the website at all, and it was just pure chance because I basically just went in there, checked because it was very unclear because it said like 1 Joe Don Jackson, 2 GRC Jackson Storms, and I was like, right, I'm just gonna go and check. And by pure chance, they had a full case sitting up on the top of the shelves that they were not putting out at all because they haven't put out like 3 of case S. So I was thinking, why would they put out case T if they're not going to put out any other ones? They're waiting for the peg stuff to clear up a bit. But yeah, very happy that I went and checked because who knows, I might have missed out on all 3 of these releases because I'm a bit worried about case T being just completely skipped over by case U because that is due out soon as well. Anyway, we're going to review him today. Now, rather than this being a sort of bog standard review, and yeah, I know this is the Cars 1 body of Lightning McQueen, which I've technically not reviewed. The only thing I can say about it that's not really changed detail-wise as well, obviously, it has more width and a shorter body, whereas the Cars 3 body is obviously longer and has less width. Yeah, that's correct. So, I'm not really going to go over detail on that on McQueen, it is Lightning McQueen. Instead, because I will do this properly eventually, we're going to compare it to, I think this is the most original version. I know there was a standard China one of this, but yes, I have the lenticular one here from 2010. This is not mine actually, it's my partner's. She bought this well over a year ago, so I've kind of already experienced McQueen with shovel in hand, but it's nice to finally have my own one. So, and just to prove, so 2110, so the 211th day of 2010. And when was this guy made? The third week of 2025. I don't know how to read the most recent date stamps, but yeah. So, we're basically going to do a sort of country comparison of Thailand versus China, but basically lenticular. So, to start with, the shovel, well, still incorrect. It should be yellow. It should not be grey, although this colour's a bit more closer compared to that, but it's still not accurate at all. See, I don't know what to make of the detail. I don't think either of them really get it right, to be completely honest. I think the older one looked a bit more natural, but I like the more grit prominence on here, but the problem is it's just like it looks so blotched on, whereas that just looks a bit more natural to me. So I think it's a bit 50-50. I think I do prefer the older one, but I prefer the more prominence on this one. As for the bottoms, well, I mean, there's no detail on the newer one, so the older one definitely wins for that. But some actual random crap underneath here that I've never noticed, or my partner's probably never noticed. Yeah, I'll have to get that cleaned off. Fuck knows what that is. Probably from a child playing with it. But yeah, and again, more of that grey wash over the top basically underneath, which, is just better than being clean. I really don't like that at all. The mouth apparently has changed. Obviously, now it's a unibody. So it's all one piece rather than being a plastic mouth plate. Though I think they already did correct this like back in 2016 or something. I know he was in a 5-pack or something like that. But the mouth has actually changed, which is interesting. This, you can see the mouth is more wider towards the right, whereas this looks a bit more streamlined. Again, I think I preferred the mouth on the older one, to be honest. Also, probably shouldn't do that because it's going to bend the plastic. But yeah, they have changed the mouth. For the gravel detailing, well, pretty much all the same streaks are actually there, if you look. But I'd say it's definitely more prominent on the Thailand version. they look a bit more thinned and washed out. But I definitely think the Thailand version wins with that. Coming to the side, the tires are definitely a lot better now as well. Like I think the old ones did it pretty well, but this just looks a lot more like painted and natural. Like it looks like it's engraved into it, whereas that kind of just looks like it's been blotched in the middle and a few dabs around. So definitely think the tires on the Thailand one definitely won that. Again, I think Thailand does it better here. The dirt detailing looks a bit more blotched on and natural, like he's paving a road, whereas that just looks too swiped. Basically, that looks like someone done that with a fucking paintbrush. Coming to the back, again, that corner, more blotched rather than streaky, which again, I think it does it better. As for the back, now apparently the non-lenticular version of this guy had a clean back. So if we were doing that, I would say, well, this one looks better because, more detail. But no, the lenticular one does. But it's not really there. There's kind of like a little streak of it. And that's really it. So, in all honesty, I'd say Thailand wins that. I'm not going to go over the decals because you know what to expect. Of course, China are more clearer than Thailand's. So, of course, China wins. Though, I don't mind him being a bit blurry on this one because it kind of works in terms of what he's doing. So, yeah. Back looks pretty much unchanged. The Rusty's text is a lot more bolder now, which is nice. And then pretty much it's the same on this side. There's not really much more to talk about. But again, I think this does it better. As for the tops, they've really upped the black grit detail. There's a lot more of it. Now, to be honest, the China one had quite a bit of it. And especially on the window bars there, and even in the... Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, wow. Okay, that's one thing that China's definitely done better. If you look here, there's actual little bits of black paint on the windows. That is pretty fucking amazing. Never noticed that. They won that because on Thailand, only on the window bars the rest is clean, which doesn't look natural at all. That wins for sure. God, I didn't even notice that. That's great detail. But yeah, there's more black grit and dirt, which to be honest I don't think really makes any sense. Would he be that far deep into the road? I guess it is asphalt, so, but, I don't think it would have all fucking come flying the back of here, so I think detail-wise it's still better in Thailand, but the older one just done it a little more subtly, but I don't think there's too much on here, there's too less on this, there needs to be a nice in-between, I think. And as for, well, again, decals, obviously the Rusty's bump appointment logo's lighter now compared to the older one, which was darker. The 95 has a bit more orange than yellow in it now. Lightning McQueen text, which you can't really make out on either one, to be completely honest, actually. Though, again, I'd say Thailand does it better because it's too small on the China one. And yeah, I mean, you know what to expect. Lightning bolts. One is, to be honest, the China ones weren't that clear either. You'll see a bit of pixels in them. So, and there's a bottom. Obviously, on the new one, they've not bothered putting the tow hook cable because it doesn't really make any sense. So, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this review. Not a lot to say. Oh, and of course, the eye plate has now been changed to be non-lenticular, and it's kind of hard to compare this because I don't have the China one, though apparently that does have a plastic eye plate, which I was surprised to find out a bit, but I didn't realise, oh yeah, they would have just made a plastic because they would have just reused the same cast and then basically just swapped it out. So really the only thing that's changed with this is obviously the eyeliner, which of course as always does look better. But that's pretty much it for this review, guys. On the whole, I would say Thailand wins. I just think the detail looks more natural and is better done. The things I don't like though is that being completely clear and that lack of dirt on the windows. I never noticed that in the China one. It's amazing. And obviously decals are blurry. Apart from that, yeah, I'd say Thailand wins this one. So yeah, that's pretty much my review for Lightning McQueen with a Shovel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.